Talk about low-budget flights. No food or movies? I'm out of here. I like running better. Welcome back, YouTube viewers, to another video. So before we get into today's topic, I'd like to thank you all for the support I got on my How to Train Your Dragon 2 and 3 videos. Those got a ton of views, and I'm very proud of them, especially the third one. And if you're watching this and haven't seen them, I'd like for you to check them out. I'm pretty proud of how they turned out, even if they're not that long. And seems the winner of my Best DreamWorks Movie competition in my community poll has been won. The winner is Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. So congratulations to that. I honestly wasn't expecting that to win, considering how, even though people love it a ton. I was expecting Shrek 2 or Megamind, but no, it won. Although the poll wasn't exactly arranged the best, but anyway. So today, I said that I would be getting into Ninjago again, even if I wouldn't be doing those huge videos. So now we're going to get into how Ninjago perfected the redeemed villain with none other than Moro, the Master of Wind. So of course, Moro's story begins with, "It was not I who found him, but it was he who found me." Moro was of course found by Sensei Wu as an orphan digging through his trash. Since much like Kung Yeah, before to get it out of the way, Moro is pretty much just Tai Lung from Kung Fu Panda. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's a fantastic story, and both work really well and both characters stand on his own really well. Anyway, so Moro was found by Sensei Wu, and he taught him to be a warrior, I suppose, a ninja, and he was super gifted. Sensei Wu showed him things he had never seen before, and he showed me a few things too. He was a descendant of the elemental master of wind. And of course, after seeing everything he had done, because yeah, he was the perfect student, as Sensei Wu said. He did everything that was ever asked of him. He told him that perhaps he would be the Green Ninja. And then, of course, it's much like when Tai Lung was told that he could be the Dragon Warrior, Moro started to get angrier. He started beating up his fellow students in training, saying, "But Sensei, if I'm going to be the Green Ninja, I'm going to need harder tests." And this really started to go to his head. Much like Shifu thought about the Dragon Warrior, Sensei Wu thought that it's not for him to decide, it is destiny. And then, of course, the Golden Weapons didn't respond, as he knew that Moro was not going to be the Green Ninja. But Moro insisted, "But Sensei, I'll train more, learn more lessons." "I'm sorry, destiny has spoken." "Then I refuse to listen! I am the Green Ninja! You made me believe!" I really love Moro in this flashback here. Also, the way the music flows starts sounding kind of happy, but then it starts getting meaner and meaner. And Moro just rips the door on Sensei Wu's room when he says, "I am the Green Ninja!" As he says, he was obsessed to prove me wrong, to prove destiny wrong. He thought he was invincible. As we see that he almost got killed by a Grundle, which is, practically a huge T-Rex. Sensei Wu saved him, but he says, "You see, Sensei, it was destiny for you to save me. I can still be the Green Ninja." And Sensei Wu just tells the ninja, "I knew I could not teach those who would not listen." He left me, saying he would find my father's tomb to prove me wrong. But I left the door open, waiting for him to return. But he never came back. This is one of Ninjago's best flashbacks. Like I said before, the way the music goes, but also the voice acting. It's not like there's that much dialogue here, but Andrew Francis really sells the performance here, as he continues to do for the rest of Season 5. Then there's Chapter 3, what takes up the bulk of this season. His looks like your Master of Wind just caught his second wind. At night, in a really, probably the best opening to any season of Ninjago, where that Night Watchman is just messing around with all the Ninjago villain statues and all the other statues in the Ninjago City Museum. When this creepy voice and green blur go by, he just screams as we cut to later when Lloyd gets called in to help out. See, the Night Watchman won't talk. He just wants to talk to the Green Ninja. And the Night Watchman is a different kind of voice. He says, "The only thing that was stolen was just some old relic they call the allied armor of Azure. But why would the thief leave all these relics, priceless relics, and take just that? Well, I don't know. Maybe because they say it has the power to summon friends, foes, even spirits from the cursed realm." "The cursed realm? My father is there, and So Wu chose you to be the beloved green ninja, silly old man. I just really love that line. It's probably my favorite Moro line. Just stuck in my head, especially the way it's said. We find out that Moro possessed this guy, and now possessing everything in this room and attacking Lloyd, and eventually possesses Lloyd as he corrupts him and then beats up the ninja. And I guess him possessing Lloyd cuts off the ninja's elemental powers because then they lose their powers, and they have to find all the clues that will lead them to the tomb of the first Spinjitzu master before Moro does. And Moro is a great villain here. Well, my favorite Ninjago villain is Pythor, and yeah, Moro's a close second. He's still really good. And all the dialogue he gets, Andrew Francis' amazing vocal performance, the master of wind music, when you combine with his origin and everything, it's all really well done, especially his design. I quite like his design of the possessed Lloyd. Before, when he possessed, say, that Night Watchman, or Ronin later, he just looks like whoever he's possessing. But here he has the black hair, same hair as Lloyd, but it's black. And he still has the same kind of face, but it's green, has the weird things around his eyes. And he's this corrupted costume. It's really cool looking. I also like how even though he technically was good before, there's no sign of him turning good here. He's just a horrible person. He continuously yells at his minions. He tries to manipulate people. He doesn't care about anyone but himself. Well, except of course his master, which we find out is the Preeminent. And now, once he releases the Preeminent and goes out of Lloyd's body, so all the ghosts can conquer the world and curse the 16 realms, as he's able to confront Sensei Wu once the ghosts are seemingly gonna win, as he says, "You said destiny didn't want me to be the Green Ninja, but I make my own destiny, and now yours is coming to an end!" This is where Moro just becomes a full-on 60s Marvel villain, except he doesn't talk about himself in the third person. He is such a great villain here. Because, yeah, even though his personality is pretty much the same here, for most of the season, he is just an evil, angry guy, which is great, don't get me wrong, but the way it's portrayed here is just fantastic, especially since, yeah, he's no longer possessing Lloyd, doesn't have to worry about this incessant boy fighting my possession, and doesn't really have to worry about any of his troops either, so now he's just wandering around, yelling at people and fighting and being, evil, as he's one scene I really like is when he's trying to catch Lloyd before he can destroy the realm crystals. He says, "I've seen inside your head. You're weak. You need others, but I need no one." And then when Lloyd is about to destroy the realm crystal, Moro is able to manipulate him. He says, "Please, don't. I'm there. I've seen your father." "You've seen my father?" "Yes, I've seen him. He waits for you, and destroy the crystal. Destroy any chance of ever seeing your beloved daddy again." And the ninja yelling at Lloyd, "No, no, don't listen to him." But Lloyd just decides, yeah, the realm crystal is too powerful. The first Ninjutsu master never wanted any of us to have it. But by then it's too late. The preeminent tentacle reaches out of the portal and grabs Lloyd. Tomorrow gives his evil villain line, "My master has arrived." And yeah, afterwards is where he gives that whole speech to Sensei Wu about how I make my own destiny. And he chases Lloyd in that fight across the 16 realms, and it's all really well done. When he thinks he says about Lloyd, "I did it. I finally got rid of you." Or also like the bit where he has the green ninja mask, which he took from Nia, who was dressed in it. As he holds that when he's talking to Sensei Wu, as he says, "The green key now belongs to me." To him, all being the green ninja is just about having a cool green mask. Another thing that compares him to Tai Lung in Kung Fu Panda. All Tai Lung thought about being the Dragon Warrior was just having the Dragon Scroll, which is yet another reason why it's stupid that Zhen became the Dragon Warrior in Kung Fu Panda 4. But anyway, yeah, back to Ninjago. But as Lloyd learns, being the Green Ninja has nothing to do with the color of the gi. It was the color of your heart. Moro is just a super angry guy obsessed with revenge and domination. Not even really domination, he just wants to dominate for the sake of his ego, I suppose, and his master. But eventually, as the preeminent is being destroyed by Nia along with all the ghosts, Moro is still trying to save himself, but is grabbed by the preeminent, and is being pulled into the sea will burn up. But Sensei Wu wants to save him. This is how a scene how you redeem a villain. Because he's not like Zuko from Avatar, where he has to go on this big, complicated journey that is fantastic about him slowly getting better, going back, but thinking this just isn't me, and goes back to and becomes good. Here it's he only becomes good in his last moments when he has his epiphany, when he finally realizes that he's done so many bad things. As Sensei Wu says, give me the ground crystal," and Moro is still obsessed with hating Sensei Wu as he says, "Why? So you can save your beloved pupil?" And Wu just says, "You're all my prized pupils, but you're strong, Moro. But it takes others to make us stronger, even me. So take my hand, so we can become stronger together." And this is what finally gets to Moro. He gives Wu the crystal and says, "You can only save those who want to be saved. Goodbye, Sensei." And then he drops into the water and burns up. And Moro! Bravo, Hageman Brothers, you wrote such a great scene. Because yeah, as mentioned before, this is how you redeem a villain. Sure, it can work differently sometimes, but this is interesting. It's just done the last second, the last moment of his life, or unlife, I suppose, since he's a ghost. This is the moment where he finally realizes that he's messed up. But we do see Moro one more time. And of course, in Day of the Departed, I think even people who don't like Day of the Departed can agree that Moro was done pretty well here. He isn't just randomly evil for some reason. He doesn't even try to take Wu's place among the living. He just tells the sensei that Yang is manipulating things and what's happening to Cole as he helps the ninja. And then he just willingly goes back to being a statue in the museum as he says, "Happy Day of the Departed, Master." This is a really nice epilogue tomorrow. It's just a nice little extra bit of seeing him one more time where we see that now that he's back for a short amount of time, he's willing to help his sensei and his fellow pupils of Wu. I really like that. And yeah, I like Get the Departed a lot more than other people do. It's not as good as some other seasons, but I like Day of the Departed more than a fair bit of Ninjago, actually. Well, that's all for now, so comment down below. Did you think that Ninjago was able to perfect the redeemed villain? I think so. Or you can check me on it's my profile on Casting Call Club. It's on my link on my channel's homepage. I'd like to ask you all to remember my 100 subscriber goal by June 11th. I'm trying to reach that because I have an idea of what my 100 subscriber video special will be, and I'm very much looking forward to that. Tomorrow's video will probably be. I'll just tell you what it is. Tomorrow's video will be trashing the Best Animated Feature at the Academy Awards. I sure can't wait for that. That's all for now, and as always, keep on juicing!